There was a mistake with the bull, but we don't believe in abortion. Colosso, Zariah. Circuit Royal, Zariah. New Queen Street, Zariah. Sharing my marriage history. Bro, what the actual fuck, dude?
Okay, you inspire me. You've inspired me to marry a minor, have a kid with them.
Yes. So you're gullible. And he goes, well, you can either lose your job or marry her. Now that is the
What the actual?
She ends up cheating on me 3 separate times. It was all in a way that I won't describe, but she cheated.
My 13-year-old nephew's watching. Well, maybe your stupid little retarded nephew should fuck off, okay?
How old was she? It doesn't matter. You guys can assume what you want.
Oh! What? No! Gamin4Hope is someone I've covered a lot, and I've got to be honest with you, I think until I play Overwatch, I don't really think there's much more I can add to his gameplay, because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at half the time, okay? That being said, obviously, sometimes when he gets into social stuff or something like that, there is more that I've got to say about it. So we're going to continue to tap into Gamin4Hope and his missus when we feel like it, okay? So, let's take a look at this. So I saw this. I feel like I watched this for the 3rd time now on stream, but just for the sake of the segment, I'm going to throw it in there, okay? Let's get into this.
It's time to address this before it continues to spread, but I'd also like to teach you something with it. Over the last few days especially, I have received many DMs. Each of them are from people who I know to be fans of mine. They're asking me to deny the validity of a rumor about the conception of my oldest son. He was conceived in a previous relationship my now wife had. Biologically speaking, to be very clear, my oldest son isn't mine, but it's very rare that I specify that. That's because he's no different to me than my other 2 children my wife and I have had together since.
So again, the question I begin with is, why would you address this on the internet? Why would you address this on the internet?
Sadly, you're raped.
Mixed cereal, thank you. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Thank you. For views. I don't think this is for views. I think that he's doing the whole, like, this doesn't faze me, so I'll just address it. I am not... Stop calling me Mr. Cuck. I am not a cuck. My kids are my own, except for that one, but then it's different. The thing is, you know, if he's taken on someone else's kid, fair play to him. I don't really see it as, like, you know, particularly egregious, I guess. In terms of, like, it's, like, commendable, really, to take on someone else's kid. But it's just funny the way in which he kind of, like, feels like he needs to address it. It's just too much, isn't it? There was a mistake with the bull, but we don't believe in abortion. I mean, that would be insane, yes. But that's different. This is more him taking on a kid that isn't his. I told the bull to put a condom on, and he bloody forgot, didn't he? He bloody forgot. And my miss isn't on birth control. So before you know it, she was knocked up, and there was nothing we could do about it. Play this or you're sweeping. Well, let me play this first.
My wife and I met when she was 18, going on 19. Now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the lesson that I'd like to share. There are a ton of content creators who have been caught in some abhorrent behaviors. But for some weird reason, this has created this obsession from the online world of finding those people. And while that in and of itself isn't necessarily the worst thing, it has swung to the direction of creating things when you don't find them. And then from there, we just begin to echo everything we hear. If it's already loud enough, we believe it's true. My encouragement is simply to take the time to find out the facts before spreading rumors. For one, I'm not a perfect person, and you will never find me claiming to be. However, you're never going to find some horrific behavior in my life because it just doesn't exist. Anyway, back on the grind tomorrow. I'll see you in the stream. Anyways.
We got some Overwatch to queue tomorrow. Enough about the fucking fatherhood of my son. Let's talk more about the grind back on Overwatch tomorrow. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. No, come on. He preyed and groomed on a teenage single mother. That's ridiculous. You're A-logging too close to the sun with takes like that. Okay, so this is apparently what I'm sweeping for if I don't play it. Oh, no! When you want a taste of the bull's musk. Oh my God. It's very embarrassing. This is recent as well because of his beard. The pulling away is nuts, man. And the little shake of the head too. Oh, that is a tough fucking gift to fucking have out there. The way she shakes her head like, no. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So what I'm told is that in this video, he talks about this. Look at the timestamps. Oh my God. No, come on, man. Please. Intro just chatting. Oh my God, this is so good. This is literally why I love this guy. This is literally perfect. Look at this. Intro, just chatting. Shambali Monastery, Zariah. Lingjiang Tower, Zariah. Colosso, Zariah. Circuit Royal, Zariah. Samoa, Zariah. New Queen Street, Zariah. Sharing my marriage history. Bro, what the actual fuck, dude? That is insane work, man. Sharing my marriage history goes so hard. In amongst, and then after that, what have we got? Shambali Monastery. Oh my God, dude. Midtown. Lijiang Tower, Baptiste. Rue 66, Baptiste. There's no way, man. This guy is something else. He's back. He's so back, dude. Okay, so which bit are we watching then? Shambali Monastery? Circuit Royal? No. Let's get straight to sharing my marriage history. That's what we're here for, guys.
Nah, it's alright. It's okay, you inspire me. You've inspired me to marry a minor and have a kid with them.
Yes. So you're gullible.
What the fuck? Yes, dude. We are so back. Oh my God, that is insane, dude. What the actual fuck, man?
GG's to that guy, man.
Oh.
People are really that stupid to think that that's something that happened, man.
Oh no, he's dude, no. No. Unbelievable, man. That's tough. That's tough, man. How do you come back from that? You can't, dude. How do you respond to this without sounding like a weirdo? Oh my God, I get it. So that's what... So troll, right. I get it. That was the domino. So some troll makes that comment, so he decides to go into all of his fucking marriage history. Oh my God. What is this guy's problem, man? What is he doing?
Me. You've inspired me to marry a minor and have a kid with them.
Ah, yes. So you're gullible.
And the best he's got is, oh, so you're gullible.
GG's to that guy, man. People are really that stupid to think that that's something that happened, man. We're gonna report that for abusive voice and move on.
Oh, let's go.
That's pretty gross, man. There's no need for that.
Bro, look at this. Claim died of child with a minor. Oh my God, this is so good. Oh, we're so back, man. He's back to his fucking best. Getting baited by trolls into revealing totally unnecessary information about his life. And report. Oh.
That's just gross. It's all good though. I think they played well. I don't think they were throwing the game or anything, which I'll give them credit for. But we held on to Diamond 4, and technically we won one more game? Or did we do 50-50? I think we did 50-50. Which is fine. Those days happen. Let me look at my history. Yeah. Yep, 50-50 win rate today. That's okay. Those things happen. We'll have a nice little breather. We're going to...
50-50 right. Oh no, this little fucking gay glove. It's jerking off glove. Joe's is jerking. Oh my god, he's clearly so pressed about it, and he's looking for to chat for it. I think he's looking to see if people have commented on it.
It's a made-up story, yeah, and I think it's important that I at least make sure I'm clear on that from right now, because I wasn't planning on talking about it, but it's becoming a very common thought. So
Wait.
I'm not going to explain the details because it's personal life stuff.
Bro,
but I will just say
he
this.
talks about it for 30 minutes. He talks about it for 30 minutes because some troll made a comment in his voice chat. Oh my god, what a disaster.
Because this will squash it. Rachel and I didn't meet until I moved here in 2020.
Okay.
She was not underage. We had not had a child together at that point. Our first child together, and this is the other thing I'll say, was my second child.
Okay. There we go. We cleared that up. So let's move on. Yeah? Let's move on, shall we? You've cleared it up. Let's just crack on with some more Overwatch. Oh, wait. There's another 30 minutes in this segment. What happens next?
I married into being my oldest's dad. So that has a whole history before me. And people are just ridiculously gullible. So, no evidence. No evidence to back up their claims, but they will blindly believe that. It really sucks to be that stupid. I mean, just really must. I don't know how else to put that. You know what I mean? So.
You're taking the L by responding this much to it, dude. Like, what?
Well, I think it's important that in today's day and age, the reason I don't mind explaining that kind of stuff briefly like that, like I'm not going to go into the details of our oldest's conception, but I am going to make sure that I clear my name of that, because I think that it's very interesting that people have blindly chosen to at all believe that. I'm not going to talk about Rachel's past, but I will say that I am in my second marriage, yes. No, it's not funny to say stupid stuff like that. And if you think that's funny, that's disgusting. It's not funny.
Dude, how are you dude? Come on, man. Really? He's obviously trying to wind you up. And it is funny. It is just funny for someone to say that.
We all have different opinions on what's funny and stuff, and I'm all for humor and stuff, but we all need to understand that, like, there are just some things you don't joke about. Things like people being criminals like that. That would make me a criminal. Like, you understand that, right? Like, if that were true, which it's not, to be very, very, very clear, that makes me a criminal. That's it. It's just, it's super, super gross. So, is what it is. We move on. I'm not going to give him any kind of more glory for that, man. He played well. I think he played well.
Oh my god, dude. You're doing it right now, bro! Dude, if he'd have just ignored it, and it would have been nothing. It would have been like a little... Another classic example where ignoring is the optimum move here. It's some random shitter in a voice chat.
Well, I don't think he was throwing the game. Shmep, thanks so much for the gifted sub. I do appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we did. We met at church. So I can give you guys the story about how we met if you want. I think that's a very wholesome way to go forward.
Okay, great. Yeah, tell us all about your life.
From there. So, because I mean, that was my last tank game anyway, so I normally give myself a little breather here anyway. So we'll do that. Little story time. Buckle up, everybody. Get a drink. Right? Get a snack. Let's have a little story time. All right? So I'm going to give you my backstory a little bit. It's a little Gamin4Hope lore. All right?
Okay.
So I was... we're going to go back a little ways here. So buckle up.
I'm listening.
This would have been, what, 2018? I think. Backing up a little ways. Yeah. So like 2018, I'm working in a Christian radio station. And that Christian radio station was part of the church that I went to at the time, Christian church, non-denominational out in southeastern Idaho. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I was part of a young adults group, as is, I think, a really good thing for a lot of people when you're in your early 20s, and a Christian especially. Keeps you accountable, gives you friends, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I met a girl, I won't say her name, and thought she was cute. Wasn't much more to it than that, just thought she was cute, which is how, by the way, things usually start. You look at someone and think, oh, they're attractive. They're physically attractive to me. Or you see them make a joke or something. There's something that initially attracts you, right? And it's usually very surface level. So, she and I decided to go out on a few dates. And on one of the dates, because of the radio station I was working at, we decided to go very early in the morning because I had to go out to the radio tower. There's something going on. I think we were just doing maintenance from what I recall. And we met at a coffee shop. It was before 6 a.m. It was like 4 or 5 in the morning, I think. Only coffee shop that was open. We go sit down, we have our coffee. I picked her up we met at the church. That was a good halfway point from where I lived and where she did. So she parked her car there, I picked her up, we went and got coffee. She was in her pajamas. That's an important detail to this. I don't care. It's 4 a.m. You're going on a date. That's pretty impressive. So we get back to
Meeting a girl in pajamas at 4 a.m. Well, this is a bizarre date, isn't it?
the church. I drop her off at her car. And about that time, some of the staff are starting to show up for the school. It's also part of this church. And I will never know who it was, but somebody decided to let my boss know that they knew that my, not even really girlfriend, we weren't official, we were just going on dates to figure out if we even liked each other that much. But the way that it was phrased was that girl and I had spent the night together in her mind because she saw her in pajamas. She made an assumption. Now, that initial assumption's fair. I can see why the appearance of that would look that way. She hadn't. We went to coffee. I had a receipt. Like, I could prove all that, right? So I got back from the tower. My boss calls me into his office. He's like, hey, I got this person came to me, and he didn't tell me who it was, but they claimed that they saw you and her get out of your car. She was in her pajamas, and you dropped her off at the car here at the church.
Off depressed people.
I introduced my boy gaming to one of mine after they became too old for me and had too much baggage, if you know what I mean. Surprised that he married her, but for each their own, I guess.
Jeffrey Epstein. Thank you for the 333.
Did you spend the night together? No. No, that wasn't a thing. We went and got coffee early this morning. And he goes, okay. It really looks odd, though, don't you think? I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. I can go grab the receipt out of my car real quick and I can show it to you. He goes, I don't think that's necessary. I think you and I both know the truth. No. I mean, I know the truth, but it seems
and
like...
also, how old is the... Sorry, I feel like I missed the detail. How old is the person in the pajamas? How old is he? And how old is the person in the pajamas? Don't just say 30, 60. It's a slow burn. Okay. We just got to listen. Keep listening and we'll get to it. Okay, fair enough. I'm willing to go the distance with Gamin4Hope, okay? We'll give it a shot.
Like, you don't agree. I'm like, I'm happy to prove the truth. And I basically was like, and those of you that are asking, why is this important? Christians are held to a higher standard according to our own Bible, right? This is Christians holding Christians accountable. Now, was this the healthiest way to handle this? I'm not arguing that, but I am saying that when you employ someone in a Christian establishment, if they're out there getting drunk at a bar on Saturday nights and sleeping around, you probably can't keep them employed in the Christian establishment. That's totally valid. And I'm sorry if you disagree with that. I actually would defend that to this day. I think there's the whole thing we can unpack there, but I'm not going to. I just wanted to answer that. I saw a few people asking about it. So I just said, I'm like, look, I appreciate the accountability, but here's, I can go grab the receipt and show that didn't happen. And we went back and forth, and eventually I was just like, look, you're not letting me go get the receipt. You don't want to hear the truth. You've decided what the truth is. is there anything I can do to convince you otherwise? Just shoot me straight. He goes, no. I'm like, okay. So then where do we go from here? I don't want to waste your time or mine. And he goes, well, you can either lose your job or marry her. Now that is the
what the actual fuck, bro? Wow. What an insane fucking... Is this true? I can see some whack job Christian saying something like this. Is it a shotgun wedding? Is that what we're dealing with? Shotgun wedding? Bro. Is
that he crossed the line that I didn't realize at the time was a problem. Now I can explain that in a little bit more detail in a minute. I loved that job in every way, and I know he knew that. This was manipulative. He also said, and this was part of me being a fairly naive Christian, that he felt like it was better to just go ahead and get married to her because clearly we spent the night together and slept together. That was his assumption.
So bear in mind, this is his first marriage. So it's not his current partner. This is his first marriage that he had. So he got like convinced to marry by some crap dude. He got talked into getting married against his will by some Christian guy because he wanted to keep his job at the church. Oh my god, dude.
So I called her and was like, the girl that I was on a couple dates with, and I was like, hey, this just happened. I don't know what to do with this. I don't see any reason for us to get married. I think that's a little egregious. I can always find a new job, but I really love this job. I'm like, can we just take a couple days and pray on it? Which is something that I do believe. If someone for a Christian, if someone comes to you and says, I feel like God's telling me to tell you this, never just assume they're right. You should take time to pray over it and look over the Bible. And if there's something in the Bible that contradicts what they said, they're manipulating. If they're not, then maybe you need to be open to it. So
also, the coffee at 4 a.m. in pajamas thing, that sounds fucking mental. That kind of passed me by, and really? You went for coffee at 4 a.m. and she wore her pajamas? It sounds way more likely that you did actually spend the night together. Who the fuck goes for coffee in their pajamas like that? Yes, exactly. Also, there must have been some sort of failure. He had to have slept with her to consider it in the first place. Because if you hadn't slept with her, you would know that in and of yourself, okay, that's wonderful. Wouldn't you? And you'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. What are you on about?
Shot he didn't sleep with her. Why would you just accept that the pastor is wrong and marry her? WTF?
Exactly, yes. It's such an insane fucking, yeah. If I meet a girl at 4 a.m. and she's not properly clothed, she's pregnant by morning, and there's no decision to be made. Bro, what the fuck? Okay. I find the date dynamic weird. That could not be true. Okay. But why would you agree to the marriage if you hadn't slept with her and you'd only been on a couple of dates? And what? You'd rather get married to some bird you've been on a few dates with to keep your job? Nah. I reckon he slept with her and he felt bad about it, and that's why he was able to convince him and twist his arm.
Anything immediately that was like, ooh, gross, I shouldn't do that. But there was just something in my gut telling me it's a bad idea. But then okay, that's wonderful. She was like, you know what? I think maybe this was a sign from God. Like,
G4H? This sounds like something that happened in the 50s, not the 90s or early 2000s. And he 100% did it out of guilt. He was guilty.
Thank you. Thank you for the super chat.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Okay.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Christ walked. Didn't know Christians are capable of such thing.
Thank you for the 420.
Well, give me a couple of days. This is a lot. I want you to understand, we had known each other, let alone date. We had known each other for a month and a half.
Okay, that's a bit more substantive, I guess, but
like, known each other's existence for a month and a half. Okay. And
yeah, how old was this fucking woman or girl? How old was this girl at the time? Serious answer. Stop saying 7 or 6. What is the actual fucking age? 18 supposedly. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. 18. No, 18 going on 19 is in reference to his most recent wife, I thought. This is different. This is a different person. 18 going on 19 is the second wife.
It's interesting. But then we had a couple of other friends in that young adults group who I think were part of it, unfortunately. I don't speak to them anymore for obvious reasons. But they called me. It was a couple that had been dating a while, and they were engaged to be married. And he basically, the guy called me. He's like, hey, why don't you come over and talk for a few minutes? I've got something I want to share with you. I'm like, okay. So I go over there. This wasn't someone I knew super well, but I knew him well enough to trust him for sure. So I went and sat with him, and he was like, look, man, I don't know why. And we hadn't told anybody about this, by the way. This was something we were just going to keep quiet, right? And we finally, he was like, look, I'm going to shoot you straight. I think you need to marry this girl. And I don't know why I've got that feeling. He's like, but I've had this feeling for like the last couple of weeks. And I felt like I needed to tell you. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of out of the blue. Because again, we hadn't told anybody. And I didn't tell him at that point even like what was going on. I'm going to change categories. This is going to take a minute.
Dude! He needs to change. I need to change categories, man. I'm in the Overwatch segment as an Overwatch streamer, but actually, no. You need to hear more about this very dude. This is all off one comment, by the way. One comment of the guy saying about marrying a minor, and he's gone off into this tirade, unnecessary extended tirade about his fucking personal life.
You're just here for Overwatch. That's fine. I respect that, but this is some lore for those of you that are interested. So let me finish putting this together, and then I can give you guys my focus here.
At Time for Some Ranch became a member. At Time for Some Ranch celebrates 13 months of membership. Was he in a cult?
Thank you for the membership. I mean, some of these like smaller Christian kind of groups can be a bit cult-like. Yeah, sure. Very insular and yeah, possibly.
Okay.
Evangelical type shit.
So then I'm like, well, I mean, that's an external sign from someone who doesn't actually know what's going on. Surely this is a sign from God.
Oh. Someone mentioned it in chat. I might have spoiled it, so I won't say. But like, yeah, this is very suspicious, isn't it? A third party is telling you as well to do it. Wonder what's going on there.
And I went ahead and said, okay. That was where my error was. That was my error in judgment and discernment. But it is what it is. I found out later he did know that the boss decided to let him know.
What?
And that person was then encouraged to tell me to go ahead and marry her.
Dude, that is a fucking cult, dude. That is without question some culty shit. The guy told someone else, an uninvolved third party, to put pressure on you to marry this person. That is... Dude, this guy was in a fucking cult, man. What the fuck, bro? The fucking guy's pulling the strings at the top of it. It's like fucking... Oh, yeah, go and tell him to marry her. That's what we want.
That boss, last I know, still works for that church. I'm not going to slander him. I'm not going to tell you guys the name of the church, location of the church, or any of that crap. Okay? So we ended up getting married. We went from going on a few dates to dating to engaged to married in the span of 3 months. So, which, FYI, there are marriages that have worked out just fine in that kind of timeline. It's just, they're the exception, not the rule, right?
Yeah, I think, yeah. This is, it comes across badly because, you know, obviously it's bizarre to us. But yeah, this is obviously, there's a sex scandal and they're trying to cover it up. Hence the fucking effort to, you know, and it's a lot easier to cover it up if they're getting married than if you just have this unsolved scandal. The thing I don't understand is if he knew himself, like that's why I think he probably slept with her, because if he knew himself that he hadn't slept with her, why did he go along with it? I find that quite hard to stomach. The idea that he just kind of went along with it. If you've got the receipt that proves your case, or you feel proves your case.
So that happens. We get married, and our marriage is miserable. She was abusive, but not physically. She was very mentally and emotionally manipulative.
Oh boy.
And
uh-oh.
She wanted me to be a person that I'm not. The type of person she is very outdoorsy, kind of grew up.
Bro, he literally got, like, so he got forced into a marriage with a total shitter woman. Kinda game.
On a ranch kind of thing.
I mean, look, to be fair, yeah, I do agree that, like, I don't really judge him too harshly for that happening. It sounds like he was pressured into it and shit. It's just funny. It's just funny to me that he was in a position where he got fucking raped by a cult, basically. Well, the thing is, it's very devious, isn't it? Because...
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
This guy is just like that survivalist firefighter YouTube dude who was in a weird Christian cult in the PNW. Wrangle Star is his name, I think.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. But yeah, I think that, you know, it's just funny that he got baited into this stupid marriage because he was in some retarded cult. But it's also that he just kind of like had a terrible turn of luck that he ended up with some woman that's apparently abusive. But like, I don't know the nature of the relationship, so I can't comment on what happened. But it's funny that the first instance is like, she wanted me to go outdoors more. Right, okay. Well, I hope you got more in the tank than that.
And she wanted me to be a person that I'm not. The type of person she is very outdoorsy, kind of grew up on a ranch kind of thing. Very much a country girl in the very stereotypical
country girls make do.
And you guys know me. I'm not, right? I'm really not. So we just...
Right. I mean, is that it? Like, she wanted you to go outside?
Didn't get along. We weren't compatible. And if we had started, you know, if we had gone on more dates, we would never have gotten even to the point of calling each other boyfriend, girlfriend, let alone husband, wife. So she ends up cheating.
Abusive, aka won't let me manipulate you into letting me rot on Overwatch and build a fake lie job from it, lol. Ex-wife was right, bro. Well, I mean, it depends, doesn't it? Because it's hard to see a world where her wanting to go outside because she's a more outdoorsy person is abusive. It just sounds like you weren't really destined to be in a relationship together because you've got different types of personality. You know, you being a... And also, dude, isn't he successful now? He's he's full-time doing this. You just pause handed him so hard. I don't fucking care about pause handying. Fuck you if you care about pause handying. I'll pause handy more just to spite you, even though it's more annoying for me personally to do so.
You know, if we had gone on more dates, we would never have gotten even to the point of calling each other boyfriend, girlfriend, let alone husband, wife. So she ends up cheating on me 3 separate times. It was all in a way that I won't describe, but she cheated.
I mean, I do feel bad for someone being cheated on, obviously. It's just funny that 3 different times, and I won't go into the detail. Well, what possible? Oh my god, dude! What could that mean?
On the third time, it was virtual, and we had moved away from the person in 2020 here to, we moved from Idaho to where I generally live now. I'm not anywhere near that city anymore, but so I guess I can say it's not live anywhere near there. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Moved here, was trying to get her away from the guy. That was the goal. It didn't work. They just did it virtually.
Oh, dude, okay, that's a rough admission. That's a rough admission. Oh no. I tried to move her away and she was so lusting after this guy that she just did it virtually. Oh no. Listen, if someone says they've been cheated on, that's like, oh, that sucks for you. For me, I'm like, okay, that sucks. It's the fact that he's going into this. Oh my god, bro. He was getting e-cucked. His virtual... Oh, no. His virtual cock was better than your real one. Oh.
So I ended up getting divorced. And that divorce was final in 2020. Rachel and I met that same year. We met at a bonfire at the church that I still attend, his house. He had a bonfire and for the young adults, and I met her there. We got to talking. I mentioned that I had gone through a divorce. She mentioned that she has a son. And we both realized that if we were going to do anything about this, we either needed to be in or we needed to be out. So we dealt with a lot of heavier topics early on. I mean, she and I talked about the 5 things that are most common for the most common causes for divorce. We handled all that, right? And we
So what is okay? No balls, Jessica. No balls allowed. So what does that mean? They literally like set their marriage immediately.
We started getting to know each other, and we found out we were super compatible. Super compatible. We can go over that in a minute, London. I like that question, and I'm happy to discuss. So, as we get to know each other, we find we're super compatible. And the 5 pillars that I say completely ruin marriages.
What are the 5 pillars?
Yeah, we got that out of the way, and pretty much everything else, in my opinion, can be dealt with. Right? If you can agree on these 5 things, or at least agree to compromise, you're pretty well fine, to be honest. And after we finished getting that kind of stuff sorted, we knew pretty well a month in that eventually we'd get married. We just didn't want to rush it. Her family was still dealing with some of the pain.
Well, in fairness, we were saying he married straight away. It sounds like there's some gap here. It sounds like there's a gap. Oh my god. Dude, this is from that clip earlier too, look. At everyone, I've had a decent influx of DMs about the conception of my oldest son. Okay. While I addressed it in more detail during today's Yap session on stream, I felt it was important to squash these questions easily and succinctly. TLDR, my oldest son isn't biologically mine and was conceived in a previous relationship my now wife had. Lesson to be learned here is clear. Don't assume everything you hear on the internet is legit. A sincere thank you to those that DM me about it to clarify. Totally unnecessary. Yeah, also, just say, oh, he's my adopted son or my stepson or whatever. This is such a clinical way of describing it. isn't biologically mine, was conceived in a previous relationship. He's my stepson. And then that almost normalizes it too. Because that's the terminology that you think. But no, he's got to describe it in the most clinical way possible that makes it sound bizarre. Dude. Conceived in a previous relationship. Absolutely crazy way of talking about it.
That came from a child so young, right? Having a child so young for them.
Talking about his conception, Loki makes me think he's a R baby. No. What? No. Come on. That is fucking outrageous. Answer that fucking Gamin4Hope. Get on stream and talk about that. Well, the argument would go that because it's Christian, okay, why is he talking about it in such clinical terminology? Well, because the baby was conceived, if you know what I mean. And let's just say that not all parties agreed to this. Oh, come on, dude. That's too much. You guys are out of control. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. That's bad. That's bad. I don't agree with that, man. That's too much. Come on. That's his kid. Come on. Leave his kids out of this. Come on.
And I wanted to make sure they didn't think that I was just another guy who was just looking for another wife to divorce later. If I'm being honest, that's what I wanted them to. I wanted them to be very, very
it's
sure
a theory.
My angle. So we waited a while, and I don't know if I shared this next part because it's super. I can honestly tell you when the marriage stuff happened, when it all started working itself out. Rachel was, she and I were out on a date, and her parents had basically, one of her parents, I won't say which one, had basically said, hey, I think, we're going on this family trip, and all the family's already going to be there anyway. You guys are serious about this, and I can tell. I think if you guys are down for it, let's get you married. And I had a little bit of a flashback. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
Wrestled with that for a bit, dealt with it, recognized the reality of the fact
two shotgun weddings. Let's go.
She's a completely different person. We were way more compatible, and we knew each other a lot longer, and knew that we wanted to get married early on. So we ended up getting married, and that was December 26th of 2021. So a little.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
I heard you were confused about the pillars of marriage. The most important one is no friendships with anyone over 6 feet 3 inches with the name Gary.
Indeed. Thank you for the 333 gaming.
A little over a year from when we first started dating. And like calling ourselves boyfriend, girlfriend.
That seems very
And I will
soon.
tell you right now, I'll look you right in the camera lens. My life has never been more fulfilled, happy, joyful, content, peaceful. Until after I met Rach and married her. It's amazing. Marriage is one of the most wonderful things ever, and it almost got ruined for me. It almost got ruined for me by manipulative pricks at a church. But now, I wake up every morning, and I'm excited to see my wife. And on top of that,
Sadly,
We've
you're
had-
raped.
Hi Chud, hope you are having a good stream. Speaking of marriage, here is some money for you to celebrate my recent engagement. Partying face.
Thank you for the kicks. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hopefully it's not a shotgun marriage. Thank you very much for the kicks.
a couple of additional kids together that are biologically ours. My oldest is not biologically mine, just to restate that. I've never referred to him as anything differently, which is why I imagine some people...
Please make a note. That child is not biologically mine. Note it down. Make sure you know they are not biologically my flesh and blood.
People have believed the idea of what that person said in the chat.
That kid is black, by the way. No,
Okay, that's one.
no they're
How do I
not.
make
Come on,
money
man.
off depressed people.
We have just the most wonderful life together. Like, it's not perfect. Marriage is not easy. I think a lot of people get that idea in their heads that, like, you marry your best friend, all of the other stuff, like external factors aside, you marry your best friend and it's just like every day is awesome. It's not. It's a challenge.
The problem he's got is you already got heat over your little bastard child situation, and now you're just giving all this extra fucking stuff. It's just too much, man. It's all the details are just way too fucking much. Jingy, oh, come on. He's barely containing the vitriol he has for that child. I don't think that's true. Must be weird seeing another man's face, though. Another man's face as you look at the child. Possibly black. Details not confirmed. Possibly black.
So there you go. Now you know the story. Now, someone asked earlier, the 5 things that I see as the most important things you can talk to anybody about when you're... And this was something I wish I had done originally, but again, we can't go back and change that. 5 things. Money. It's a very big one. Politics, religion. I kind of lump those into the one core thing of beliefs. And they aren't in any particular order. I'm just kind of listing them off. Money, belief systems, sex. You got to talk about sex. How often are you having it? What are you into? Dead serious about this. I'm not joking.
The thought of having the sex. God, oh my god, bro. Oh my fucking god. Don't worry, the kid is at least white. Oh, don't tell me he's... No, he hasn't.
Today is day 7 of my journey to becoming a professional Overwatch 2
takes me
player
back.
at 27. Happy belated Mother's Day to all moms, including those who have lost children. I want you to know I'm praying for you. I started my morning early, serving in my local church as a camera operator. With it being Mother's Day, we went to lunch at Olive Garden to celebrate my beautiful wife and mother to my children.
No, dude, I can't, man. Why has he put his kids in his content? That's nuts.
Sex is a big one. Why am I forgetting the rest of them now? My brain's elsewhere.
But yes, it does look like the child is white. Okay.
My bad. In-laws, how you want to handle each other's families. That's a very big one. And I'm forgetting the 5th one right now. I know there's an important one.
He is too sincere and pure. Yes. Like, Pure's overdoing it a bit because he did fucking do some weird e-begging shit over his car. But I don't think, he's not. He's like, there's something about him where, yeah, it's like he's too. Like someone said gullible earlier. You're like weirdly innocent and gullible, yes. Like, yeah, exactly.
Beliefs, money, sex, in-laws. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting one.
This guy's MAGA. Yeah, pure's the wrong word anyway.
I'm forgetting one. I'm gonna look at chat, see if anybody gets it and like triggers it in my brain. Yeah, children, that's a good one. How many kids? How many kids do you want to have together?
Okay.
That's it. How you raise kids is kind of more fake, like beliefs. I've never said this is a family-friendly stream, FYI. I have never said that. So if you've got kids watching, I apologize, but that's on you. That's not on me for not filtering your internet for them.
Bro, dude, he's so aggressive with it, man. My 13-year-old nephew's watching. Well, maybe your stupid little retarded nephew should fuck off, okay? This is not suitable for kids. Your retarded nephew should go watch some fucking Cocomelon or something. I don't know what they're thinking watching this stream, but they can go fuck themselves for all I care. The little fucking weirdo. Fuck your nephew, and fuck you too.
Yeah, and of course the sixth one being how much time they're going to let you, play Overwatch. That's very important. No, obviously I'm kidding. But those 5 are really important. Kids are running around like...
Stop the stream, you're making me like this guy. If you want to like this guy, listen, I don't watch him and have a laugh about him because I'm like, you must hate him. I find it all very funny. I don't think you have to feel any certain type of way about this guy. I mean, he's one of the people that I would talk about where I don't even think he's done anything really that wrong. It's like he's just kind of like he's like a buffoon, you know? He's like some sort of buffoon type character.
Hooligans. That's the answer. I think if you deal with each of those 5 things, everything else gets dealt with. Everything else you can sort out. Everything else changes. Everything else fluctuates.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you for attending my TED Talk. I appreciate it. I don't normally go on those. But I also think that it's important that you understand that there's more to it. There's always more to it. And the whole reason for that story is because people on the internet are gullible. And they've really believed what that person said in the voice chat.
And he goes back to what started all of this. That fucking troll said, dude. And then he goes back to what started it. The guy saying, thanks to you, I married a minor.
But did you forgive the cheating and want to move on? The first 2 times, yes. The third time, no. I forgave her, but I was not willing to stay with her at that point. It was clear she didn't want to either, so.
Third time's the charm.
Gullible is written on the ceiling, true. Yeah.
Oh, there's the gullible allegation.
And that's probably true too, Spine. That's part of why I didn't fixate on that and we just shared the cool stuff.
I mean, this person is laying it out, aren't they? I don't think they actually believe the story. They just do it to troll, knowing it spikes your reaction. Yes. So why are you giving all your juicy innards?
Yeah, no, we're good. Three is plenty. Trust me, 3 is plenty. I have truly forgiven her. I hope she finds happiness. And I mean that genuinely, but it would never have been with me because I couldn't have handled that.
Okay, that's wonderful.
So.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
At Chud_Chudderson became a member. At Chud_Chudderson celebrates 4 months of membership. Every frame of his face looks like a mugshot.
Yeah, the beard loss was dreadful. Thank you for the membership. Thank you. Did his wife cheat on him? His prior wife cheated on him. His current wife didn't. But he's been shotgun married twice.
I think dating apps can be good, yeah. Don't think there's anything wrong with that necessarily.
He looks like Otho from Beetlejuice. Yes, he does.
I'm gonna get the category swapped over really quick.
No kid with the ex-wife, no. His current wife has got a kid from a previous relationship, but the other person he just didn't gel with and got forced into it from his religious cult-like experience.
Adultery is one of those that is very difficult to... Yeah, no worries, Big Supreme Guy, man. And I know there's going to be... I'll say it this way. I suspect that there will be trolls that use that for harm, but I don't care. I still think it's worth sharing the lore. That's why I only share my side of it as much as I can and try and avoid
He's above
bringing
it all.
anybody else into the picture because it's not fair to them, regardless of whether or not I think they are a decent human. Does that make sense?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money?
Thank you for the
I have found
333.
happiness and it's about 3 inches more than Gamin could provide.
Okay, Stacy for Hope. Thank you for the 333.
Sadly,
Thank
you're
you.
raped.
And Cheese, thank you for the gifted sub. That's super generous. Thank you.
That's not a dumb question at all. And I think that that's part of it is like, you have to talk about that. Like, did you have sex before marriage? That's the thing you got to talk about as a Christian. I think that's important. Having that conversation doesn't necessarily mean you have to call off the wedding, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's definitely merit to having that conversation. And then also, you know, if you haven't, then there's a lot more you can figure out as you go. I think it's that simple. How old was she? It doesn't matter. You guys can assume what you want.
Oh! What? No! That is a terrible answer. Why would you not just fucking answer that? That's insane.
Was legally an adult when we met. That is all you need to worry about. Beyond that, seriously, piss off. I'm done answering that question. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Big boy, I appreciate that, man. He said, keep up the good work. I appreciate that, man. You
can assume what you want. Why not just say? That is very suspicious, isn't it? Very suspicious. Oh, I'm not going to answer that. I'm not going to justify that with a response. Oh, dude, I've got to find more of these. These clips are ridiculous.
Gamin4Hope gets a win, and let's rip.
Yeah! Victory! Ah! Fucking How'd stream stopping go for you, bro? Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Gamin4Hope gets a win.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, these clips, man. There was another one that was shared that was quite funny as well. Well, I mean, obviously they've done it in a way that makes him sound like he's saying the M word. The Kaisen out one was a banger. The Kaisen out one was really good.
If you guys continue to ask questions about this from here forward, we are just permabanning you. That is the only warning. Those of you that have sent messages at this point, you're taking 24 hours. But if you ask another question about this, you are permabanned. Period. I'm not playing games anymore. We're done.
Oh my god, he's so serious.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one, to be honest with you. This guy's just not here for good intent.
Oh no!
Life-size Zarya? Like a cutout? That'd be crazy. And just about the accusation of what her age was and stuff when we met. All that crap. So we're gonna hop back in. Lore segment over. Moving right along.
Is it? Because there's another fucking bit of time here. Oh, he goes out. He goes away for a bit. More locked in discussing when he's playing the game.
Yeah, so many people don't know how to act. Well, they do know how to act. They just think that they have an outlet, which is fine. I mean, I don't really care.
He does act very calm, I must say.
How
real that
TV
is.
shows do I watch? I like Friends. The show Friends was really good.
So did she have a kid in a prior relationship when she was like 15? Well, they met when she was 18, going on 19 was his original framing, and now he says he doesn't actually want to say the age, even though he's already said it. So I don't know how old the kid was when they met, but there was clearly something afoot. The music as well is ridiculous.
Pivot. Yep, pivot. Oh, and I guess I can turn off that Streamlabs thing real quick.
Well, people said about the rape thing earlier, and I was like, okay, that's too much for me. That's a bit rich for my blood. I don't know if we need to speculate on whether or not his wife was raped to conceive that child. That's probably a bit too spicy.
Just reset, man. If you're on a losing
That's
streak,
ridiculous.
just reset. Hop off the game. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you got to do that.
Sauce. Okay, anyway, I think he just kind of goes fucks off for a little bit. Now, we already know the colour. It's a white kid. So your little quartering-esque fantasies about interracial procreation are unfortunately mistaken, I'm afraid to say.
Stream integration on Twitch up. There's no way. Do I actually? Hold on. I have to remember even how to do that. Do you know where the integrations are, chat? Someone help.
Okay, I guess that's it. I don't really care about this.
Man, he's just not. If my son wants to play Overwatch, I'm here for it, man. He's just not playing Mercy. Sorry, it's different. Okay. Are you abandoning your friends again, Brian? Is this going to become the new meme? I actually don't know how to turn off that integration, by the way. We're going to Google it.
Okay, does he actually
Twitch.
His timestamps are a bit off, to be honest with you. He should have put about this in the timestamps too.
To turn that off, I don't even know how. Really not well in the head. This is not. Oh, it's. Okay, I'm just a moron. Never mind. I'm actually just really not well in the head. It was right there. I was looking for it in a.
Wait, is that true? Chud, that is a gay reference. Men who play Mercy are often gay, so he's saying he won't accept his son if he's gay and will kick him out. Really? Is that for real? That sounds ridiculous.
Subcategory, and it was on its own little island. Oh my lord. Okay. All is well, chat. Everything is fine. I'm just stupid. It's fine. Yeah, we knew that. That's true.
The gays have got their own little character, apparently, yeah. According to Gamin. He's locking in. I guess that's it, isn't it? Such a wild title, though, showing my marriage history.
Any advice on mod applications? I don't really have any advice that I would give you. Just put your best foot forward. I think that if you're talking about hours, I think we close ours today, and then we look over them tomorrow. Is that what we decided? I don't even remember what we decided at this point. I've been not keeping track of it. It's been on me. I have not been as on top of that as I should be. Where are my voice channels? Hello? Oh, they're right there.
Okay, well, I guess that's it. Anyway, there we go, guys. Good recommendation. Good recommendation for some Gamin4Hope content. Win Segi.